Hi, Josh here from Gladiator Designs 3D. Today I'm showing you how to assemble the steam engine that comes with the Steampunk Fox. This steampunk-inspired Fox and his steam engine, they go together. The steam engine has a working wheels and crank. A special cutout in the cab allows this little Fox here to fit in and ride along. This playful little guy prints in place and can lay down or stand up. So we will be installing parts on this white model that I printed out. It shows up on the camera a lot better than the black and gray. So you will print out one body, steam engine body. You're going to need two big wheels. You're going to need two wheel pins, and these are all labeled in the files that you'll download. These are all labeled. You're also going to need two crank arms. I've got those. And then I've got mismatching wheels here today to install, but you'll get the idea. You're gonna need 4 small wheels. 2 whites, 2 blues. The blue shows up really good in contrast to that white. So the first thing we'll do is you're gonna take a pin. These pins have a tiny little knot or bump on them. You can see that there. So that's going to fit into a little depression that's down here inside the steam engine. So if you notice, there's a half moon shape in there. You're going to need to line that up with the pin. Half moon shape on the pin. We're going to put the pin through the wheel. Now it is important that we put there we go, and it snaps into place. It is important that we put the big wheels on before we put the crank arms on, and I'll show you why in a minute. So let's get our second wheel on. Line up that half moon, and it snaps into place. All right, and so these do spin pretty well. You might have to wiggle the pins a little bit to loosen or tighten them up. Next, we're going to install the crank arm. So you'll want to put the crank arm inside this piston here first, and then it's very simple. The crank arm just snaps right on this pin. You have to push a little hard. There we go, but it'll snap right on there. And then it's important that we put this on after putting the wheel on, because as you can see here, once we have the crank arm on, that wheel pin, the crank arm blocks the wheel pin. It won't push through there if the crank arm's in place. All right, so we're gonna put the other side on. Put it in the piston first, cylinder there. There we go, snaps into place. And then these cranks actually move with the wheel. It's a pretty fun design. Okay, so the front wheels. These actually go on very simply. You're just going to push them over the studs that stick out here, just like that. And these go on pretty loose. It's easier for the video. Now, in the model you'll get or you'll download, they'll have these splits in the barrels or in the posts that stick out. You will have to push pretty hard to get those to snap on, but they stay on a lot better than, and this one's already rolling off, they stay on a lot better than the original. Well guys, thanks for watching the video today. I hope printing and assembly of these two models goes really smoothly for you, and it's a good experience. They can both be found on Colts 3D, or check out my Patreon page.